to show our support for the families that were affected by this tragedy. And we also wanted to just let everyone know in South Carolina, do what's right. And we want to set a good example, my husband and I, for our children. Let them understand that you can make a difference and you can't be affected by negativity.
What would you like to see happen from here?
From this point, I believe as a family, as an African American family and Christians, we would like for all parties to understand that sometimes you can hurt other people unknowingly, and then sometimes you can hurt people maliciously. And we need to be able to understand when you're doing that and make amends. If you're wrong, apologize and do better. Don't continue and don't save face. Do what's right.
I'm not happy that it happened this way. That we had to take 9 lives to notice that, oh wow, we need to do something about this.
I think they should take down the Confederate flag because it means a symbol of hate. They should interact more with different colored people.
Now, you're from Lexington. Isn't that where Dylan Roof grew up?
Yes.
And has there been conversation in Lexington about that?
A great sadness. It was a pretty tough day to try to express and explain to them what happened and why it happened. And we're still trying to cope with this. So hopefully this being here today will help them to understand that things can be handled differently when you're frustrated. That you can communicate and get help if you feel that things are out of your control. So hopefully this will help them to encourage their friends as well as help them to do what's right within themselves. We have 5 children, 2 that are in the Navy, 30, and we have a 16-year-old, and they all are coming to grips with this. This has been a very hard thing.
What was it like inside?
It was respectful. From the custodial to the senators to the security, everyone was showing empathy and sympathy. And so we were pleased.
How do you talk to your children about racism?
I just give them the true facts, that there are people out there who want to blame others for their downfall, that there are other people who may try to sabotage your efforts to succeed, but you strive that much harder. Be fair. Don't let the hate overcome you and give you an excuse to fail.
Do you get scared ever?
Yes, Mom.
I think maybe 4 weeks ago, I had a traffic stop and our kids were very, very traumatized by the previous thing that happened in Charleston. They were like, Mom, make sure you keep your hands on the steering wheel. They were in a panic. It was a rude awakening for me as a parent to think that they would think to scream to tell me, Mommy, put your hands on the steering wheel. Do not turn around. And I said, first of all, we are law-abiding citizens. We don't fear the police. We respect them. Your brother is a police officer for the Navy, and so we don't fear police officers. And so I told them to make sure that they understand that this is a process. We're going to find out what he wants, and he conveyed to us that it was a minor incident, and he asked me to slow down, and I did, and he gave me a warning, and our kids gave a sigh of relief. And that was it. But for that moment, it was really intense. They thought that something was going to go awry coming from school. And so once they got through that, it just dawned on me later on that night that, they have been affected by what they've seen here in South Carolina.
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, no problem. No problem.